Hey everyone, Manicorn here with another Shop Titans video. Welcome back to my shop. Today we're going to go over restocking your shelves. So I see a lot of people don't really know how to do this, and a lot of people don't see this being done, and a lot of people will actually kind of stock up their shelves with tier 1 and tier 2 items that they're crafting themselves. And this is actually kind of a waste of time because you could be crafting a lot better items instead of wasting time just crafting all these things just to throw stuff in your shop and to fill up your shelves. So I actually kind of did this recently, so I'm down a little bit on some items, but you can really stock up your shelves completely and be done in really no time. It doesn't take that long to really stock up your shelves. So let's figure out the best way to do it. So we're just going to go to the market and we're going to buy things. So go to the market. The other thing is right now we do have the Lost City of Gold event going on, which means the market has crashed a little bit right now, which is a good thing, which means we're going to get some sales in the market. So let's look here. Oops. We're going to go normal. We're going to go, let's look at tier 8. Tier 7, 8, 9, those are pretty good tiers to do. And then if you're a little bit higher level, I'm not really there yet, you can get into 10s and 11s. But generally you want to get items that you can surcharge in your shop at 30-40% of your max energy. You really maybe 50% on some items, but you're looking in that 40% range, somewhere in there. Which means that if you have 1,000 energy, you're looking at items that you can surcharge at 400. And then if you have 2,000 energy, you're looking at items around the 800 range to surcharge. So we're going to look at tier 8. So let's look at tier 8. And as you can see, that's 170,000. So we're looking at surcharge this number. So obviously it's going to be double. So when you're doing this right here, 254,000, that's actually a good deal. So you're looking at making a little bit around the 100,000 range mark, somewhere in that range of actually kind of surcharging and making. So you're making about 100,000 profit. Let's look at this right here. So this is a good one right here. So the powder keg. Right here, there's kind of a little secret with this, or a little trick that you can kind of do to actually make more money. So we're just going to buy one. Obviously, when you're doing this, you're going to buy a whole bunch. You're not just buying one and that's it. You're going to kind of stock up and buy a whole bunch of things and whatever's on sale. So let's go out to our shop. Let's go here. We're going to go into inventory and we're going to look at most recent. So right here. So we got some powder keg. And kind of here is the kind of trick with this. So you look at affinity. So the element is fire. So that means when you add fire to this, we're going to go to the shop because we're not going to put blaze element on it. When you add fire to this item right here, it's actually going to increase and actually be worth more than if you were to put any other element. So right now you can kind of see these right here are super inflated. I'll go back to in a second of why they're inflated, but let's look at this. So we got our flame element right here. This is actually a good one to put on it. So right there, 105, and if you were to double that, that'd be 210,000. So right now it's at 217, so it's like, oh gosh, if I get this, I'm actually losing 8,000 if I were to add to it because you're only doubling it. But with this item right here, it's actually worth a little bit more money. So we're going to add to it. There we go. The value actually goes up a little bit more. Instead of the other regular price, it's going to go up to 115,000, which means it's actually 230,000. So we're making we're making 13,000 profit when we enhance this item right here. So enhance the item, and boom, right there. So now the value is 300,000. So the value is actually higher. So which means when you sell this in your shop and you're surcharging, the value is now 600,000 right there. I mean, the value. So when you actually sell it, you're selling it for 600,000. So when you actually add up the profit, so the profit is about 100,000, whatever it was when you bought it, and then you're reselling it, and then you're adding the flame element to it, so you're making an extra 15,000, whatever it is. So you're making a profit of 115,000. So let's add another item. So we got spirits, so we can add spirits to this. So I actually have some spirits here, but let's go to the market just to kind of see what the prices are right now. So as you can see, these lower level spirits right here, these tier 4 spirits are actually kind of overpriced right now. But let's look at the Rhino spirit. So the Rhino Spirit 110, so that's 220 when you actually double it. So with that, you're making 20,000 profit when you add it to it. Let's see. Got these, that's about the same. These things, yeah, see, those are overpriced right now. So all those are overpriced. So really the only deal right now is kind of the Rhino right there. So we're gonna buy one and then we're gonna enchant it. So we bought it for 200,000 and that value is gonna go up by 110,000. But remember, we're surcharging, which means it doubles the value. Or doubles the price when you're selling it. So we're making extra 20,000 right now. So we're gonna enchant it and right there. So with our investment, and when you minus out and profit wise and all those things, you're looking at 130,000, whatever profits, somewhere in that range. I don't have the exact math. I wasn't writing it down, but let's say we're making about 130,000. But right there, now you add this to your shop. Now you got something to sell and you're selling it and making 130,000 profit on it. Now you can actually get better deals than this. Now, let's see why in the world are the elements so much. Right now we got another event going on. So with this event right here, if you remember, if you're watching it now, you know the event's going on, Cinco de Mayo event. If you're watching this in the future, during this time we have Cinco de Mayo event. So right here with the event, like most events, there's different tasks. Now look at the end over here, we got Spice It Up Enchant. So with this task right here, it was to enchant items. This is inflating the element market right now. So this is the reason why elements are so much right now and you can't really get great deals with that. Also with the spirits too, because it's just enchanting the item. So elements and spirits. So usually you can actually get a better deal on these things. The other thing you can do, let's clear this right here. We're gonna craft. Let's look at our elements. You can make your own elements. You don't even need to do anything with that. So you can actually get these. And with this, let's go out. Let's go to city. We'll go out to the market. And we're gonna buy. Search. Go over here. Okay, so let's look at elements right now. So right here. Whoa, only 15,000. So you get this thing, you pay 15,000. Now you can craft it and you can make it into a fire element, whatever you want like that. And your investment was only 15,000 right there. So that's another way you can do this. So you can buy this for 15,000. Now you can, okay, we're going to buy it. So let's look at the profit wise of what we're doing and how we're actually making this work. So we're going to craft and right there. So you got your fire element. It only cost me 15,000. It's going to take some time to make it. But obviously, you can always, I talked about this in another video. You can actually speed up these crafts so you're not waiting forever with them. So you can kind of go through and get it going. But now we can go through and we can make some elements. And now with these elements, you can add them to your items that you just bought from the market and actually make more money that way rather than buying them from the market. So it's really just kind of knowing this. Oh gosh, this is a great deal right here. So I'm going to show you this one right here. So 305,000, I'm buying it. 305, oh gosh. Okay. All right, well, stop right there. Great. I got an unbelievable great deal right there. So literally, when I sell those in my shop, I am making 305,000 just off the face value of those. So let's kind of go back and we're just going to show one of the last things I want to show. So we're going to go over here and we're going to put up a request of something I want to buy. So we're going to do a request and we're going to look, we're going to search. Why don't we do we'll look at tier 8s right now. Okay, so here's everything tier 8 right here. And these right here are great things to buy too, because these are another one that you can add a dark element to it and increase the value even more. So all I'm going to do is we're going to request 28. Next, we're going to do normal. And nobody's even requesting right now. So we're actually going to request kind of a low price for these things. What are these actually selling for? Why don't we do that first? It's kind of dumb to go into it and do that without even figuring out what they're even selling for. So they're selling for 330,000 right now. So not really making much of a profit, not really doing much for us. So we want this really, I don't know, maybe 250, something like that, something in that range to kind of make a decent profit. You don't want to do these things and make 5 and 10,000. It's really not what we're looking for. We're looking for a 30-40% profit margin. We want to make some decent money to make it worth our effort and worthwhile. So let's go back over here, market, and we're going to do a request. And I'm going to go all the way up to 28. Next, normal, next. And we're going to say 250,000. Okay. With a little bit of taxes, it's going to come to 277. So we're paying 277 for these. We're going to next, confirm, and there we go. It's just sitting there. Now, it's going to fill up at some point. Sometimes it'll fill up right away, and sometimes it's going to take a while. But a lot of times I'll do, just before I'm kind of going away from the game, I'll put up a bunch of requests, put it there. When I come back, a lot of them are going to be filled, or I'm going to get 10, 20 of each. Depends on how much I'm willing to pay for it and stuff like that. And now you can craft other things that you just want to craft. So here are my bookmarks of things I want to craft. So I have some money makers there, and then some things I'm just trying to fill. And these elements, the flood elements, those things are great. I mean, you get a couple of superiors, things like that. They even sell for 700,000-800,000 just by themselves, normal. And then when you get them up to getting superiors, you can sell them for like 2 gems. So those are great money making items right there. So those are a lot of my, now pretty much what it does is, basically what I'm saying is it gives you the freedom to craft what you want. So I can craft some of these elements right here that I can get, and then I can add to the things I'm selling in my shop. But also I can just craft other things that are just, and right now, as you can see, I'm only doing like the tier 8s and 9s. Obviously, when you get even further into it, you're going to be making even more money because there's going to be other items that you can do. And then also, let's go look at the market, and I can just kind of show you. Oh, see, there we go. Already got 8 ready to go that I bought below market price, and they're ready to go in my shop. And I can do everything I can do there. So as you can see right here, we can go and even look into tier 7s, apply, and gold price. Yeah, there we go. So let's see. Yeah, there you go right there. So even if you're a lower level, tier 7, you can do this. And even tier 6, I think you can kind of do this in tier 6, can't you? Yeah, there you go, tier 6, right there. You can double it up, fill up your shop, and there you go. And remember, the market is going to change quite a bit. I think even when you go up to tier 10, it's even better deals. Yeah. So look at that. You're making almost double, 600,000 in your shop. So when you get more energy, you can go even further into this. So to really get your energy up and buy stuff from the market, and there you go. So right now I'm working with 1950 energy. So I am looking for things in the 800 range to surcharge. That way there I can surcharge 2 or 3 items with every wave of customers that are coming in. And because if you go too high, because I could go into the tier 10s or whatever else up there, but now I'm trying to get like 1200, 1300, 1400 energy in order to sell something. So I'm going through an entire wave and I'm surcharging one thing to sell. And really efficiency wise, when you think about how much money that is, it's not that efficient. So it really is better to kind of do it that way and work with whatever you're comfortable with in your energy. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any other tips you want to add there, and if you do this, let me know. If you don't, or you think you might try, go ahead, comment below. Thanks, bye.